This is my son 11 years ago. He has a terrible and debilitating autoimmune disease. His immune system was so distorted, confused and messed up that was attacking his own kidneys. He ended up in the emergency room. Let me ask you, what is worse, to see your child suffering or see your child suffering unnecessarily? The medical solution for my son was to put him in steroids, to shut down his immune system so the immune system wouldn't attack his kidneys. His urinary tract was shut down, so he was getting swollen, and we didn't know what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you how my son was healed. After 6 months of pain and agony, we found a homeopathic doctor in India who does nothing but treating toddlers from the US for nephrotic syndrome. We couldn't go to India. He said, bring your son, in 3 weeks he will be okay. And he was so kind that he sent us the homeopathic remedy names by email 11 years ago. However, I didn't want to wait that much because we had enough. And I went to an energy healing workshop where I was going to be surrogate for my child. I have no clue what energy healing was. I didn't even know that the word surrogate existed in the English language, honestly. However, for my son, I would do anything. The last day of the healing workshop given by Jo Danning, she asked, who is the father who is going to be surrogate for his child? I raised my hand. She asked us to stand up, the 30 people that were in the workshop, and close our eyes. There I am. Within 10 to 15 minutes, I start feeling energy going up and down my body. I am an electronic engineer. I have a master's in electronics. My father was an electronic engineer, and he taught me everything about electromagnetic fields since I was a kid. He taught me how to feel this energy in our bodies. And what I was feeling, it was gentle, yet powerful. So I opened my eyes to see what was going on. And I see Jo Danning in front of me doing this, looking at my body and going up and down. I say, holy moly macaroni. This woman is a living and walking electromagnetic fields transmitter. There is no device, there is no antenna, no power amplifiers, just her hands. And the feeling of that energy was following her hands up and down. It was fantastic, but I didn't understand absolutely what was going on. What happened is the word surrogate, I learned years later, she was sending the energy to me, and because of my energetic connection with my son, that energy will eventually heal him. He was healed that day. This is my son a few years later, handsome, like father, like son. Tall, healthy, and naughty, like father, like son. Today, I'm going to talk about what energy healing is and does, my observations on healing cancer, and my own experiences on energy healing. I had many incredible healing experiences with energy healing since my son was healed. 5 years ago, for no reason, I went to see this healer because I wanted to know what she was doing. I didn't understand what she was doing. And within 10 to 15 minutes of the healing session, I was laying on the bed. She put her hands on my shoulder like a sandwich. At the end of the session, I asked her, why did you do that? To put your hands on my shoulder. She says, because your shoulder was screaming for help. When I was 24, I dislocated my shoulder. I was lifting something very heavy, and I injured my shoulder. And you can see the injury there. A few months before seeing this healer, I fell down from my bicycle trying to stop the fall. I re-injured my shoulder, and I couldn't do my beautiful push-ups anymore. I was totally injured. The pain was too great. Then I went to the doctor. They took the X-ray, and they saw that. And he told me, if you want, we can do surgery. I said, no way. I wait. The pain started receding, being less and less. I had 2 more sessions with this lady. In about 2 months, the pain was totally gone. That was 4 to 5 years ago. I can do my push-ups since then every day. 3 years later, I had an excruciating pain in my lumbar area, and I had no clue where did it come from. I didn't lift anything heavy. I have no clue, and after 2 days, I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't move, I couldn't exercise. I text to this lady, I said, please help. I have this excruciating pain. She saw the severity of my pain, and she told me, I will send you a distance energy healing tonight at 10 and tomorrow at 7. Yes, energy healing can be sent at a distance and works just as well. 40% of my pain was gone that night, and another 40% the next day. In the next 2 weeks, the pain was gone. Energy healing has the ability to wake up your intuition. So, with a little introspection, you can get to know the root cause of your health challenges. And I was very curious to know why on earth I had that back pain. Never before. And that was a very interesting learning lesson, because I was putting things together, that we may have a blockage here and the pain is somewhere else. So we have a headache, and it was because of something else. And this is where Western medicine fails, because they are treating the symptoms. The cause is not there usually. How many of you agree that things like cancer, one of the causes could be a big emotional upset or chronic emotion? Of course it does. 6 months later, I changed the battery of my car, I bent forward and injured my back. My sciatic started acting up, and I had this pain for a week. I told my friend, I have this problem, it's another Reiki healer, and she worked on my back. 40% of the pain was gone. She came a week later, another 40% was gone. In 2 more weeks, gone forever. And that was something physical. I did something that provoked my sciatic pain. 6 months later, this lady was different from the first one. I started feeling again my back again. A pain like it was like a belt. It was very distinctive. I never had that pain before, and was bothering me for 2 weeks. When I was sleeping and turning, I woke up because of the pain. And I called this lady. Actually, she called me. She was in Brazil. And I asked her, could you please send me a distance session? My back is bothering me. I went to sleep, and at about 2 in the morning, I was still in pain. And between 2 and 3, I turned, and I wake up expecting the pain, no pain. I turn to the right, to the left, and then I feel this feeling of energy, distinctive when you are getting an energy healing. A week later, I talked to this lady, and I asked her, did you send me that distance session the next day? Oh, yes, after my meditation. What time was it? Between 8 and 9. There are 6 hours difference time with Brazil. Exactly the time that I felt that energy, I woke up, and the pain was gone forever. Those are 2 of my healing angels. I don't show you the other 2 because they are ugly men. Having an energy healing is really a treat, at least for me. You feel your body floating in a cloud, energized and happy. Dr. Oz uses Reiki in his operation room, and he says that energy healing is the future of medicine. Reiki is used in over 200 hospitals and clinics throughout the United States. And I practice in this pain management clinic. I believe that energy healing is the missing piece in the puzzle of holistic health. After all, my son Nathan After all, my son was healed with energy healing.